बोले श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। राधा रानी की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अहोबकीयं स्तनकालकूटम् जिघांसया पाययदप्य साध्वी लेभे गतिं धातुचितां ततोऽन्यं तं वा दयालुं शरणं व्रजेम। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणं यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्ध्वं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। राधा रानी की जय। प्रिय साधक समुदाय, महानुभाव, दिव्यात्माओं, dearest aspirants, dearest devotees of the Divine Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest frustrations to all of you. Today will be our third session here at Radha Govind Dham in DC. We begin with Kirtan, page 72. जय राधे कृष्ण राधे 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 कृष्ण 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 राधे कृष्ण राधे ओ जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण बड़े नट खट भोरी भारी राधे कृष्ण बड़े नट खट भोरी भारी राधे ओ भोरी भारी राधे भोरी भारी राधे कृष्ण बसे नंद गाँव पर बरसाने राधे,
कृष्ण बरसे रंग बरसाओ, बरसाने राधे।
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे।
कृष्ण तो है श्याम रंग गोरी गोरी राधे,
कृष्ण तो है श्याम रंग गोरी गोरी राधे,
ओ गोरी गोरी राधे,
गोरी गोरी राधे।
कृष्ण तो है चंचल सीधी साधी सीधी सीधी साधी राधे,
कृष्ण तो है चंचल सीधी साधी राधे,
ओ सीधी साधी राधे,
सीधी साधी राधे।
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे।
कृष्ण धारे पीले पट नीले पट राधे,
कृष्ण धारे पीले पट राधे,
ओ कृष्ण तो है प्यारे प्यारे उनते प्यारी राधे,
कृष्ण तो है प्यारे प्यारे उनके प्यारी राधे,
ओ उनते प्यारी राधे,
उनके प्यारी राधे।
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे।
कृष्ण तो है चाकर ठकुरानी राधे,
कृष्ण तो है चाकर ठकुरानी राधे,
ओ कृष्ण गावे मुरली में गुणगन राधे,
कृष्ण गावे मुरली में गुणगन राधे,
ओ गुणगन राधे,
गुणगन राधे।
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
ओ जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे।
कृष्ण भागे आवे जब कोई बोले राधे,
कृष्ण भागे आवे जब कोई बोले राधे,
ओ कोई बोले राधे,
कोई बोले राधे।
कृष्ण को जो पाना चाहो रट राधे राधे,
कृष्ण को जो पाना चाहो रटो राधे राधे,
ओ रट राधे राधे,
रटो राधे राधे।
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
जय राधे कृष्ण राधे,
राधे कृष्ण राधे।
कृष्ण पावे प्रेम जब कृष्ण करे राधे,
कृष्ण पावे प्रेम जब करे राधे,
ओ कृष्ण पावे प्रेम जब कृपा करे राधे,
कृष्ण पावे प्रेम जब कृपा करे राधे,
ओ कृपा करे राधे,
कृपा करे राधे।
करे रास जब आज्ञा देवे राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे जय ओ जय राधे कृष्ण राधे राधे ही है कृष्ण और कृष्ण ही है राधे राधे भजे कृष्ण 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 भजे राधे ओ जय राधे कृष्ण राधे 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 राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे जय राधे कृष्ण राधे भजे कृष्ण मिले कृष्ण भजे राधे ओ कृष्ण भजो या कृपालु भजो राधे राधे ओ 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 भजो राधे राधे राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। देखिए, yesterday I told about the importance of chanting God's name. That in this Kali Yuga, the only thing we can do is to chant God's names. The only thing we can do spiritually. Cannot do Gyan, Yoga, Dharma, nothing. The rules and regulations are too much, not in Kali Yuga. But why don't we benefit? We have to chant God's name, and someone may say, I'm chanting, but why don't I benefit? There are many reasons. Gaura Mahaprabhu, descension of Radha Krishna in the 15th century, he wrote only 8 Sanskrit verses, Shikshastak. In one of the verses in Shikshastak, he says, Nam Namakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tartarpita niyamita smarane nakala etadishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaivami dishamiha janinanuraga. Shikshastra Gaurang Mahaprabhu. Hey Shri Krishna, you have so many names, uncountable, Anantanam. And you are so merciful, you have taken all your powers and put in the name. Bhardya Naam. Nija Sarva Shaktis. In other words, Shri Krishna is sitting in the name. God is sitting in the name. Any name of God. Any form of Bhagavan. Plus, you have made no rules to take the name. उस नाम लेने में कोई नियम नहीं बनाया. That you should, which direction you should face, east, west, north, south, what kind of clothes you should wear, whether it's an auspicious occasion or not, whether you should take a bath, no rules. Any direction. Take in God's name, in puja, certain direction you don't face south. You have to bathe so many times, you have to wear only certain colors. First you have to do pranayam, all kind of purification. Then you can do puja. But when it comes to chanting God's name, no rules, no regulation. Anyway, you didn't bathe for a whole month, no problem. Any direction. You're sitting in the toilet, Radhe Radhe, Bolo, sing Radhe Radhe. Any place. Could be the Raksha, the bar, the toilet, Smashan Ghat, the burial ground, anywhere. So no rules. Etadishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. Hey Shri Krishna, your mercies are to the extreme, to the highest extreme. You're so merciful. But Durdaivami dishamiha janinanuragaha. My misfortune, my misfortune is also to the highest, in that I do not have love, attachment for taking your name. This is a problem. We don't have love, that love. Somebody is telling us to take the name, we are chanting and falling asleep. Guru has given instruction, do so many mala. What the mind should do at that time, nobody is told. And we get bored, we fall asleep. Because there's no belief that God is in the name. God is told to be infinitely sweet. Everything about Him is infinite. Everything. Anant is one of His name. And Anant means infinite. Everything Sri Krishna has is infinite. Infinite beauty, infinite bliss, infinite sweetness. And He's sitting in the name and we don't taste anything. Full power. If there is a wire, little current, 120 volts, you touch, you get shock. And God's infinite power is in the name and we feel nothing. He's sitting in the name. So belief is not there. Oh, Shraddha nahi hai. The faith. And secondly, no one has taught us the most important thing. That in bhakti, we have to use the mind only. Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo Brahma Bindu Upanishad. The Vedas are the highest authority. Highest. And the most important section of Vedas are Upanishad. This Ved mantra, Brahma Bindu Upanishad, second mantra is saying, Man, mind, Ev, alone. The word Ev means alone. Manushyana, human beings. Karnam is the cause, bandhan of bondage, moksha, liberation. In other words, the mind is the performer of the action, not the sense organ. God knows where our mind is. You're doing puja, you're chanting. That time where the mind is. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, the beautiful verse, Tadashmasaram hridayam batedam yadgrihyamane harinamadeyai navikretat yada vikaro netre jalam gataruheshu harsha. Bhagavad Mahapuran, second canto, third chapter, 24th verse. Someone is chanting God's name, Harinam. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govind. Any name. And the heart doesn't melt with love. The pulse in the body doesn't raise on end, goosebump. And tears doesn't flow from the eyes like a river. That heart must be thunderbolt, steel. Tarashmasadam hridayam batedam. Kuch hona chahiye. Something has to happen. Or else we are doing nothing. It's only vyavahar. Physical drill. We can fool the world, we can't fool Bhagavan. Bhagavan is looking to see how much love we have. Ram ek prem pyara. God cares only about one thing, how much love we have. Prem. उस समय जब नाम लेते, when we take in the name, how much love we have. So the most important thing is the mind. There we don't put the emphasis. Chant the name of God. This is why he's given mouth, the tongue. The mouth that doesn't chant the name of God, the scripture says like the tongue of a frog. Bedhak. Tar, tar. Use the hands to clap, to do puja, to do seva, to offer bhog. The feet to go to mandir, to go to place of pilgrimage, to go to Guru Ashram. The eyes to look at the beautiful murti of Radha Krishna. Use all of that. But these are helpers. Main thing is the mind. And unless we don't use the mind, we're not going to get that joy, that bliss. We're not going to experience that. We want the interest in chanting God's name is not going to happen. Gaurang Mahaprabhu says, Maner Smaran Pran. Meditating on Radha Krishna, meditating on God is the pran, the life of all devotion. As long as the life is in this body we have, we can do so much. We can quarrel, we can run, we can fight, we can eat, we can do so much things. But when the life leaves, or pran nikal gaye, hands is still there, feet is there, mouth, nose, eye, everything is there. But can the eye see? Can the ears hear? Can the feet walk? No. because life is left. In the same way, the Smaran, Roop Dhyan, as my Guru Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu would always say, Roop Dhyan, Roop Dhyan. Meditating on the form of Radha Krishna, on the form of God, on the form of Guru, who is Radha Krishna personified, is the life. It is most important. Prana. So we can do all, there are many, many kinds of bhakti. You can do million. And if there is no smaran, it's like multiplying by zero. You add smaran, do everything. Do chanting, do jap, do everything. No problem. Add smaran. Add roop dhyan, meditation. Mind has to be involved, the mind. And you can only do the mind alone and you've done everything. Manas puja is the highest puja. So this is some of the reason we don't experience bliss. We don't get the joy, the attachment is not there. Somebody just told us we have to do this and we do it. Pay money se. It's like a hard work. When I'm going to finish? Oh, Panditji is doing puja 3 hours, my God. It's like a hard work. Bhakti is not hard work. Bhakti, there has to be bliss. Kahu bhakti path kavana prayasa jogana makh japa tapa upavasa. Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, Uttarkand of Ramayana, what is so hard in doing bhakti? What is the hard work? Kavana prayasa. You don't have to do yoga. I mentioned Ashtanga yoga, not just physical exercise. The 8. You don't have to do makha, havan, jap, tap, austerities, puja, upavas, fasting, nothing in bhakti. Just love. And we already know how to love. This is why bhakti is so easy and it is the most important thing. Every path requires the help of bhakti. Bhakti doesn't require anybody's help. Any age, it could be Satyug, Tretayug, Dwapar or Kalyug. Only bhakti works. Because God only cares about one thing, love, prem. Doesn't look at anything else. So, I know, I guess, went a little bit off the lecture we're doing, but this is also very important. It's important that we understand and we can get benefit. If we don't know what is most important, then we can be chanting and we wonder why everyone chanting, I don't feel like chanting. And we have to practice. As I said before, interest is not going to come by itself. We have to make interest. But we have to go according to what the true Guru tells us, not what our mind thinks. That's why we need Guru. And he's going to tell us the right way and then we will see how much benefit we will get. We continue that verse from Radha Govind Geet, challenge number 5. Radhe Radhe Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Govind Radhe Oh Radhe 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 Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Govind Radhe 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 Govind Nar Tanu Shradha Sharan Bata Radha Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. So, as I mentioned, Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, he wrote many divine books for the welfare of the world. And one of the books was Radha Govind Geet, containing 11,111 dohas, divine couplets, containing all the divine philosophy of all the Vedic scriptures, Puranas, Vedas, Mahabharata, Gita, Ramayana, etc. And so JKP, Jagat Guru Kripalu Parishad, have been putting out challenges for all devotees throughout the world. And with the ninth one now, ninth came out today. So I've chosen from one of the challenges, number 5, this verse. Ati Durlabh Tinom Govind Radhe, Nar Tanu Shradha, Guru Sharan Bata. So, the theme of this series, this visit, was the fine and true happiness. And I mentioned that 3 things are compulsory to find happiness. 3 have been mentioned in this verse. They're extremely difficult to attain. Ati Durlabh. Durlabh means very difficult. Ati Durlabh. Extremely, extremely difficult. These 3. Number 1, Nar Tanu, birth in the human form. We have been looking how valuable, how rare and how difficult. Number 2, Shraddha, which we will talk about. And number 3, the association, taking shelter in the true saint, the true Guru. All 3. These three acquired only by God's grace. I mentioned that Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, he says, Durlabham trayameva tat daivanugrahakarakam manushyatvam mukshutvam mahapurusha sambhava. Three things extremely difficult to attain, and that too only by God's grace. Daivanugraha, when God will shower His grace. Number one, manushyatvam, birth in the human form. Number two, mumukshutva, longing, yearning for God, faith, shraddha. And number three, mahapurusha sambhava, to have the association of a true guru, a true saint. Not only that, but to take shelter in Guru Sharan. So, the last 2 days we look in detail about how valuable and rare this human body is. And why even Devatas are praying and begging to get birth. Devatas, people pray to Devatas, heavenly gods. They want to go to heaven. Yesterday we saw that the greatest fool, the Vedas are saying, the person who wants to go to heaven and performs action to go there is not only an ordinary fool, but the greatest fool. There's nothing. That's why Devatas are also praying to God for what we have, this human body. We are praying to go there, and they are praying to get what we have. In other words, it means this is better. But, as I mentioned, it has a big fault. Dosh. And the fault is, at which moment we can lose it, nobody knows. It's very valuable. But it is Kshanam Bhangur. Remember the first day I told you a verse from Bhagavad Mahapuran. Videhanini, when the 9 Yogeshwars came, nine sons of Rishabh Bhagwan. Rishabh Bhagwan is counted among the descendants of Sri Krishna. When these 9 appeared before Videhanimi, he left the yagna, and together with the rishis and munis who were the priests, and even Agni Dev, the god of fire himself personified, came and worshipped these 9 Yogeshwar. And then the first thing Videhanini said, Durlabho manusho deho dehinam kshanabhangura tatrapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priyadarshanam. 11th Canto, 2nd chapter, 29 verse. First of all, he says this human body is extremely difficult and rare to acquire. Then, Durlabho manusho deho dehinam kshanabhangura. It is kshanabhangur. At which moment we can lose it, we don't know. अगले क्षण का भरोसा नहीं. We not even guarantee we can see it the next. We can be sitting right here in the satsang, and suddenly, he left. Gaya, died. The time we have to go, that is fixed. No one can stop that. We can't, not even 1 second after or 1 second before. Naraji, the great saint Naraji is also counted among the descendants of Sri Krishna. Naraji is not only Muni Rishi. Naraji is saying to Himalaya, the father of Parvati, Durga, Kaha muni sahimavant suno, jo vidhi likha lilar, to deva danuja naranag muni, को न मेट निहार. Hey, Himalaya, listen, Naraji said, whatever Brahma, Vidhi means Brahma. Who writes our destiny? Brahma. There are three forms of Sri Krishna: Vishnu, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv. These are three forms of Sri Krishna. As Brahma, he creates the world. Forehead. He creates. He is the creator. Shrishtikarta. As Vishnu, he sustains the world. Palan karne wala. Palana. And as Shiv, he is the destroyer. Same Sri Krishna, three form. So the one that writes our destiny, it is Brahma. And yesterday we were singing some part, and I didn't want to correct you, but people make a mistake. There are two words, Brahm and Brahma. It's a big difference. Brahma means the formless aspect of Sri Krishna. Shri Krishna has two forms. Dve vav brahmane rupe murtan chaiva murtan cha Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. The Vedas are saying Shri Krishna God is both with form, murtan, as well as without form, amurtan. So the formless aspect is called Brahma. And the form of Sri Krishna which creates the world is Brahma. So there's a big difference. We have to be careful sometimes when we pronounce. There's a big difference between Brahm and Brahma. Alright? Anyhow. So the one who writes our destiny, Brahma. And where does he write? On the forehead. A lot of time people come, read my hand. Do you read hand, Swamiji? No, I read foot. People go all, read hand, read this, read that. And no one understands why this is so written in all the scriptures. Bhala likitam, lalata, lila. These are the words that come on the forehead. This is where it's written. Nobody can read. Only a saint or Bhagavan. Jo vidhi likha lilar. Forehead. And where does it come from? Where does he take it to bring it? To write it? Purva janma kitam karma tad daivamiti kathyate hitopadesh. The actions we perform in our past life, out of the free will that Sri Krishna has given to us, God has given to us, becomes our destiny in the next lifetime. We are the maker of our destiny. It's not written in the stars. It doesn't fall from the sky. It's not written in any book. We go crazy. Thousands of dollars wasted. Going by this one and that one and astrologer and psychic, and so many psychics were thrown in jail. A few years ago, the psychic hotline was a big thing in America. You remember the psychics? Everybody was calling psychic. They made a lot of money. A lot of them went in jail also. There's still countries where they are prominent, but not in America. It's all foolishness. Shri Krishna gives us free will. Bhagavan Krishna says in the Gita, Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phal hetu bhurmate sangostva karmani. Chapter 2 verse 47 Gita. Shri Krishna says, I give you the right to perform action. Free will. Do whatever you want. Good, bad, mixture, do anything. We have free will. But ma phaleshu kadachana. I don't give you the right to determine the fruit. Oh, he gives us the right to do whatever action. Why doesn't he give us the right to determine the fruit? Well, Sri Krishna says, if I give you the right to determine the fruit, you do everything wrong and say, I want good fruits. So Bhagavan says, no, that would not work. I will give the fruit accordingly. You do good action, you get good fruits. You do bad action, you get bad fruits. So Sri Krishna gives the fruits. So the actions we perform in our past life, out of the free will that Sri Krishna has given to us, in that time it is called Purusharth. In the next lifetime, the name changes to Bhagya, destiny or predestination. The name changes, not all. That's all. We are the maker of our destiny. If everything is bad, it means you did everything wrong. Huh? You don't have money, you're very poor, you never give daan, charity. Where do we get wealth from? When we give daan, charity, and we give in the right vessel. Huh? Daan is very important, especially in Kali Yuga. Pragat chari pad dharma ke kalimala ek pradhan ye na ke na vidhi deeneu daan karai kalyan. Dharma has four principles on which it stands. Four principles. Satya, truthfulness. Daya, compassion. Shauch, purity. Not taking a bath. Purity in thought. Shuddha, vichar. And Dan, charity. In Satya, this existed in a very big way. All four. In Treta Yuga, also. In Dwapar, much less. And in Kali Yuga, only one remains. There's no truthfulness, there's no compassion, and there's no purity in thought. So only Dhan. That's why Manuji, the lawmaker, he says in Manu Smriti, Dhan anekam kalau yuge. In the Kali Yuga, only one dharma is there. Dhan, charity. So we have to give charity. Dhan. But ye na ke na vidhi. Vidhi means there's a rule. You just cannot give dhan to anywhere and anybody. Bhagavan Krishna makes it clear in Gita, chapter 17. He says, Deshe kale cha patre cha tadhanam satvikam smritam. Chapter 17, verse 20, Gita. According to the patra, the vessel where you give the dhan, that's the benefit you're going to get. That same dhan can take you to hell, given the wrong place, the wrong person. You give it to a tamasic person. You give it to somebody and they misuse it, they take it and you give it to an alcoholic or someone who's on drugs, and then he gets high, he goes and kills someone, then part of the punishment is yours. You give it to him. Patra cancer. So there are four patra. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic and Nirgun. Tamasic, Rajasic, go to hell. Sattvic, you can get this, come back in the material world or go to heaven. These are all binding. And Nirgun means divine. You give it to a saint. You give it towards God. You get divine fruits. So, whatever happens to us, so destiny, we are the maker of destiny. The thing I'm trying to get to you, we make our destiny. You can't blame anyone. And what he says further? कहा मुनि सहमवंत सुनु जो विधि लिखा लीला देव दनुज नर नाग मुनि. No devata, no celestial gods, no rakshas, demonic being, nar, human being, nag, rishi, muni, nobody can change that. This is, if somebody tell you they can change it, then he's better than Bhagwan. These are divine words in the scripture. He's telling us. In other words, you don't believe in the scripture. You claim to be a spiritual man. And you're going against God's law, His divine law. Nobody can change. But these things are already set. Ayuhu karma cha vittam cha vidyani dhanameva cha panchaitani siddhyante garbhastasyaiva dehina hitopadesh. Not everything, but most. These 5. Ayu, duration of life, how long we'll live for. Karam, what kind of interest we'll have. Whether I want to be a teacher, a doctor, an engineer, a garbage man, loafer. Vit, how much wealth will come easily because I give dhan, charity. I can get more, but I have to work very hard. Vidya, how much knowledge will come easily. Again, I can get more, but I have to work hard. Nidhanamevacha, the moment we'll die and how we will die, is all determined the moment the child is conceived in the womb of the mother, and nobody can change that. And we don't know. We have no idea. And we keep procrastinating. We're like the bee. Ratir gavishyati bhavishyati suprabhatam bhasvanudeshyati hasishyati pankajashri. So, this bee entered into a lotus flower and was sucking the sweet nectar of the pollen, the lotus flower. And then when the dusk approached, evening, dusk, the lotus, the petals of a lotus flower by nature, it closes in at dusk and then closes completely in the night. Start to close in the petals, and the bee thought, let it close. Soon the night will pass away, and in the morning when the sun will rise and the rays of the sun will strike the petals of a lotus flower, it will open up and I'll fly away. In the meantime, I'll spend the whole night enjoying the sweet nectar. And so the petals closed in. And then, Ittham vichintayatiko shagate dvirepe ha hanta hanta nalinim gaja ujjahar. A gaj, an elephant, came to the same pond to drink water that night. And while it was drinking the water, it broke off the lotus flower that had the bee in there and swallowed it down together with the bee, the flower. And that was the end of the bee and all its wonderful plans for the next day. And we make plans also. We have big, big plans. I have to do this and I have to do that. People are always so busy. You ask someone, why are you not doing sadhana? Why don't you take some time and focus on God? I mentioned before, this body is material. And the world is material. So the subject of the body is the world. We have to give the body everything it requires in the right amount. Vitamins, mineral, protein, everything. So we give it roti, we give it rice, we give it soup, vegetable, all these things. We have to. Now, and to keep the body healthy. But body belongs to me. I'm not the body, I'm the soul, Atma. Now, as I mentioned, can we give the soul, the Atma, some saag, some vegetables, some rice, some soup? No. Why? Because soul is divine. It's a part of God. This is God is divine, the soul is also divine. So we have to give divine food. What is divine food? When we sit down and meditate. We chant the name of God, meditate on God, we shed tears for God, we do bhakti, sadhana, that is food for the soul, atma, for us. Now, every day we eat food, right? Every day we eat. Some of us 3 meals, some even more. Some of us, if we miss 1 meal or 1 day we don't get food, oh, I'm going to die. And imagine we don't feel ourselves, the soul, Atma, we don't feel any problem. So just as we eat food every day to keep the body healthy, we have to eat food for the soul, Atmas. We have to make time. And don't procrastinate, don't put off. Yes, I like what Maharaji says, I like what the Guru says. Oh, I know I have to do bhakti, I have to do sadhana, but I am too busy. We always make excuses. And then suddenly death will come. And then what's going to happen? So, as I mentioned yesterday, this saint, he said, Do batan ko bhool mat, jo chahat kalyan. Do batan ko bhool mat, jo chahat kalyan. Narayan ik maut ko, Narayan ik maut ko, dujo Shri Bhagavan. Dujo Shri Bhagavan. The saint name was Narayan. So he says 2 things we should never forget. If we want what's for our benefit, our good. Number 1, the first thing he said, remember death. Why we remember death? As I said, nobody likes to think about death. We get scared. I don't want to die. I mean, you have to. Why be scared? You lose one body, you get another one. My guru gave one thing, this thing happened, an actual incident. He had gone to a country called Trinidad in the West Indies in the year 2005. And he was supposed to go to England from Trinidad, but there was no direct flight. So they had to go to Barbados, another island, to get a direct flight. So they had to take a small plane from Trinidad to Barbados. This is about half an hour, a little more, just to go. It's not far away. So a few people went, few devotees, together with Sri Maharaji, as we lovingly call Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. And halfway, suddenly the plane became filled with smoke. The whole plane. So people started running here, running there. And before that, they were all relaxing, they were just enjoying, they were eating samosa. Everybody was having a good time talking with Maharaji and being very happy in his company. And suddenly the whole plane became filled with smoke. And they run, and so one of Maharaji's assistant, her name was Neelu, so they gave her something, a life jacket. So Maharaji asks her, what is this thing? She says, a life jacket. Oh. And what are you going to do? I'm going to put it on. So Maharaji asks her, if the plane crash, will it save you? Huh? Why be scared? If you lose his body, you get another one. Cow, keep eating. Now the plane, they wouldn't allow the plane to land in Barbados. It's going to crash. So the plane had to turn around. It had almost reached Barbados, turn around and go back to Trinidad. And when it landed, somehow it landed safely in Trinidad. And what happened, there's a part called a black box. That had burnt. So there was all chance of, by His grace, nothing happened. They emptied all the petrol, all the luggage, everything got filled. That didn't catch on fire. But the point is, many examples he gave like that, many incidents. People have this fear of dying. What's the fear? You have to go one day, and you lose this body, you get another one. Vasansi jinani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirna nanyani sanyati navani dehi. Chapter 2 verse 22 Gita. Shri Krishna says we change clothes. Huh? Somebody in the world, you wear clothes, all of us we wear clothes, after a while we change it. We don't want to wear it anymore. Does anybody feel bad in putting on new clothes? Oh, this clothes got so old, I don't want to wear it again. I'm going to put on this nice new jacket, new shirt, new sari, new dress. Very happy. We change clothes. The soul, just like someone is changing clothes, in the same way the soul discards bodies and take on new one. Shri Krishna is saying in the Gita. And how many kinds of clothes? Somebody has clothes, we have closets full of clothes. One lady may have 100 dress, 100 sari. That's all. How many clothes does the soul change? 8.4 million. 8.4. Because of our action, this life we have the body, the clothes, the body for human being. Next time it'll be a dog or a cat or donkey. Or divine body, we go to Golok. It depends on us, how much bhakti we have done or not done. But the point is, we have to go. Don't be scared. Yes, there's a pain experience, and that's why death is so fearful. But it is caused by attachment. You see, because we are attached in the material world to family, to wealth, to the motor car, to the house, to the dog, so many things we are attached to, we don't want to die. According to Garuda Puran and other scriptures, when the moment for death comes, the time for death, we acquire a vision that we normally don't have. We're going to see things we normally don't see. What are you going to see? There are some people called Yamdut, the messengers of Yamraj. Yamraj doesn't come. Not for worldly soul. He only comes for divine souls. Saint or Bhagavan. And doesn't come to command. Anyhow, the Yamduts come and they're very frightened, they're very fearful. They're terrified, the way they look, you know these are Yamduts. The death has come. And so because we don't want to die, because of attachment, the life force tries to hide in the senses. And it has to be taken out with great force. And that's what causes the pain. Now, if someone has no attachment, you have no attachment for any person or object in the world. Every moment you are thinking about Hari, Guru, Radha, Krishna, Saint. When you see that the Yamdus, if they come at that time, normally they wouldn't come for such a soul, but even if they come, hello, I was waiting for you guys, it took so long. There's no fear. No fear for one who has no attachment. Only one who is attached in the world is fearful of death. And the more attachment we have, the more pain we are going to experience. You want to have no pain at that time, then become free from all attachment in the world, in the material world. Become attached to Radha Krishna, attached to Bhagavan, to the saint who is Radha Krishna personified. Then it will be joyful. The saint, when he is leaving, he brings the pran there's a chakra called Sahastra Chakra, the top of the head, and he leaves the body so easily. It is said like when an elephant is walking and you put a garland around the neck of the elephant and it breaks and falls and the elephant has no idea. So the saint leaves this body through his own ichha, his own wish, without any. He gets a divine body, goes to divine abode. So attachment causes this. That's why we have to become free from attachment in the material world. Then we don't have to worry about all of this. But the thing is that we have to go. Are Bhagwan comes in this world. Yes, as Sri Ram, he stayed 11,000 years to Treta Yuga. In Dwapar, he came as Sri Krishna, he stayed only 125 years. He came as Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he stayed only 48 years. Shankaracharya, Shivji himself, stayed 32 years. Kripalu Mahaprabhu, 91 years. We all have to go. It could be Bhagavan, it could be saint, it could be whoever. When the time comes, nobody stays. Yamraj came to Sri Ram, this is written in the Ramayana, not to command. When Yamraj will go before a saint or Bhagavan, he takes his crown and puts it at the lotus feet and bows. And he said to Sri Ram, my Lord, I'm not here to command you. You were here a long time, 11,000 years, maybe you forgot. Bhul gaye? So I've just come to remind you that the time you came for, that is finished. Bas. If you want to stay more, it's fine. I can't tell you don't. Yamraj cannot command, neither saint nor Bhagavan. You can, no problem. This is my duty, I've come to remind you. And he leaves. No saint, no Bhagavan stays. If he stays, if he extends for himself, he can extend for us also. And this is his divine law. He wouldn't even break it for himself. He can. So, that's all. Look. Because we have this attachment and we think, oh, I should not die. Because we're ignorant. We identify with the body. We think when I die, I'm dying. I'm not dying. Body doesn't die. I told you before, Nainam chinnanti sastrani, Nainam dahati pavakaha, Na chainam kledayantyapu, Na shosheti maruta, Achedyo yamadahyo ya, Makledyo shosya evacha, Nitya sarvastanu chaloyam sanatana. Chapter 2, verse 23 and 24, Gita. The soul, Atma, who we are, is indestructible. No weapon can cut it. It cannot be cut by any weapon. It cannot be burned by fire. It cannot be wet by water nor dried by the wind. It is the same forever. So we don't die. We can't. The soul, Atma. Body is created, body is destroyed. Earth goes back to earth, water to water, fire to fire, air to air, space to space. All elements return. Even that is not destructible. The elements return respectively, that's all. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. So, Jnani bhugate jnanate, Murak bhugate roya. The knowledgeable person, they know that death and disease are an inevitable part of life. So these things don't bother them. Whether it's disease, whether it's his body. Look, there was a great saint by the name of Ram Krishna Paramhans. You've heard about him. Ram Krishna Paramhans. Great saint. It is said that he was suffering from cancer of the throat. Later on in his years, he had cancer in the throat. And it seems as though he was suffering. His disciples, thinking that he was suffering, they said, Maharaj, he said, what? We can't bear to see you like this. You're suffering so much. Why don't you focus the mind on the throat and cure yourself? The scriptures tell us yogis have the power, they have siddhis where they can cure themselves. What did Ramakrishna Paramhans say? He used to worship Kali, the divine Shakti. He said, how can I take my mind away from the lotus feet of the mother? His mind was always absorbed in the lotus feet of Ma Kali, divine Shakti. How can I take my mind away from the lotus feet of the mother and put it in this worthless cage of flesh and blood? He didn't identify with body, so there was nothing. We identify with the body. And that's why. So first remember that. Then we will not procrastinate. The reason why we procrastinate, we keep putting off, because we think, oh, I wouldn't die now. I wouldn't die. I still have a long time to go yet. My son has died, but I have only 50 years. I won't die yet. We have no guarantee. So first think about that. Because if I think I could die next moment, it will force me to think about Bhagavan. This is why he's saying, Narayan ikmautu ko, first think about that. Dujo Shri Bhagavan. It will force me to think about Bhagavan, to do my sadhana, to think about Radha Krishna. We'll go a little more. Let me do let's find this. Please, I don't. We'll do another bhajan. Please turn to page 82. Thakur Shama Sham, my supreme governors, masters are Radha Krishna. They are Purna Kam Abhiram. They are filled in every way, supreme, perfect in every way. Chinmaya Vrindavan Dham, that Vrindavan Dham is also Radha Krishna personified. All Leela Karadivya, they are performing divine pastimes all the time. Meditate on Shri Radha Krishna. Mama Thakur Shama Sham Do Purna Kam Abhiram Chinmaya Vrindavan Dham Leela Kar Divya Lala जो तन सुख धन अभिराम जो प्रेम रूप रस धाम जो तन सुख धन अभिराम जो प्रेम रूप रस धाम Mama Thakur Shama Sham Do Purna Kam Abhiram Chinmaya Vrindavan Dham Leela Kar Divya Lala तन सुख धन अभिराम जो प्रेम रूप रसधार जो भज जो आत्मया जो धनी प्रेम निष्ठा जो भज जो आत्मया जो धनी प्रेम निष्ठा जो पूर्ण काम अभिराम चिन्मय वृंदावन लीला कर दिव्यलला श्यामा बरसानो धाम है श्याम धाम नंद नहीं चाह सुख माइक धाम नहीं चाह सुख मुक्ति लला रसनारट श्यामा श्याम मन चिंतन कर बसुया we should not procrastinate. If we want what's good for us, we have something very valuable. The most valuable thing. Bade bhagya manush tan pava. It is the greatest fortune. God Himself is saying, the greatest fortune for the soul to acquire birth in the human form. Sur Durlabh Sadagranth Nigava. Devatas. Sur means Devatas. They can't get it. They're begging. We have this, but it is also, there's a fall, there's a problem. Kshana Bhangur. At which moment we can lose it, we don't know. In the Mahabharata, when the Kauravas were in banishment, after they had lost in the game of dice with their cousin, the Kauravas, the Pandavas were in banishment, so they had lost in a game of dice with the Kauravas. One of the conditions was that they should be in banishment in the forest, no one, they cannot see, and no one should see them also. So once they become very thirsty, after roaming in the forest, they become very thirsty. So Yudhishthira asked Nakul and Sahadev to climb the tallest tree and see if they can see water anywhere. And they espied a lake in the distance with very clear water. So they told Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira said, okay. So he sent, Bhim said, go and make sure everything is okay. Then we'll come. So Bhim went and seen this very clear and cool water. He tried to drink. He's so thirsty. And from inside the lake, a voice came. Mote! You fat fellow. Listen. Bhim is very big. First answer my 60 questions. मेरे पास 60 प्रश्न है, 60. I have 60 questions. First answer them, then you can drink the water, or else I'll pull you inside. Bhim thought, hey, who's this? Bhim was very powerful. I'll give him one slap and finish him. But Bhim went to drink the water, and that yaksh, there was a yaksh in the water, pulled him inside. After a while, Yudhishthira saw Bhim did not come back. He sent Arjun. Arjun came and see that clear water. He decided to drink also. And again the voice came, first answer my 60 questions, or else, and then you'll be allowed to drink, otherwise I'll pull you in just like your brother. Arjun, Dhanush Dhari, the one who's wielding the Dhanush bow, that bow. What is this? I'll fix him. Went to drink the water, the yaksh pulled him in also. Same thing happened, Nakul and Sahadev. Finally, Yudhishthira came. Yudhishthira was about to drink, and again the voice came, hey, Budhe! Hey, old man! He's the eldest. First answer my 60 questions. And then you will be able to drink water, otherwise you will suffer the same fate as your four brothers. Yudhishthira said, Acha, pucho. Okay, ask. The first question was, Kim Ashcharyam? इस संसार में सबसे ताजुब बात क्या है? The first question was, what is the most surprising thing in the world? Yudhishthira answered and said, Ahanyahani bhutani gachanti hayamalayam shesha sthiratu michanti kimaschyaramata mataha param. Mahabharata. He said, every moment we see death. People going to Yamalaya. In other words, dying. Every moment we see people dying animals everywhere. We see death all the time. And yet nobody thinks, I will die. Nobody thinks. This is the most surprising thing. We don't think that death, when someone dies, they should tell us, look, boy. Huh? There's no thing that only old people die. Grandson is gone and grandfather is still living. When the time comes, we have to go. Yet we don't learn. We see all the time. We think people should be old and very sick and can't move, and then they will die. And if they die young, then something happened. There's no akala mrityu. Why people use this word akala mrityu, accident, that they were not supposed to die? Because we think people should die only when they're old. No. We all have to go when we have to go. That's already written. And nobody can change that. This is why we should not procrastinate, especially when it comes to bhakti. You know, sadhana, devotion, getting closer to God. But whatever we do now is going to help us. Even if we don't attain God realization, whatever you attain devotionally, how much love you have attained for Radha Krishna, how much you have surrendered to Guru Radha Krishna, so much you will benefit in the next life. Prapi punya pitam lokam shitva shashvati samaha shuchinam shrimatam geho yoga bhrashto bhijayate. Chapter 6 verse 41 Gita. Very clear. Everything else gets destroyed. Karma, jnana, everything gets destroyed. You perform karma, dharma, if impossible in Kali Yuga, but even if you can do, you go to heaven for a few days and that gets destroyed. I told you in the first day, as we enjoy, yesterday also, as we enjoy Kshine Punya, chapter 9 verse 21. Shri Krishna makes it very clear in the Gita, as you start enjoying the pleasures of heaven, the punya that you perform to go there starts destroying and it's going to finish. Karma gets destroyed. Dharma. Yeah, everything. Bhakti remains. That's the only thing that remains. Whether you attain 1%, 5%, 10%, 50%, 90%. That's going to stay with you. If you have attained very high bhakti, you do not attain God realization, yoga brush. You do not attain God realization. Immediately you're going to get human birth. It's the only time guarantee human birth immediately. And in such a home, in such an environment, that you will be able to do very quickly and finish. You could be born, according to my Guru, Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu, you can be born in the home of a saint even. If the bhakti is so high. Such an environment. But this all has to do with how much we do. The more we do, the more we'll benefit. Our aim should always be to do it in this lifetime. अब ऐसा मौका मिल गया, we have gotten so much, we have gotten human birth, we have gotten association of a true saint to Guru. He has given us the right knowledge, and yet we do nothing about it. Instead of going forward, we go backward. But what's going to happen next time? We have done nothing. So in one of the verses in the challenge 5, another verse. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. Oh Ram. बोल मन राधे राधे बोल मन गोविंद राधे तन का भरोसा नहीं क्षण में छिना दे राधे तन का भरोसा नहीं क्षण में छिना दे राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So this is one of the verses from challenge number 5. Of course, from Radha Govind Geet of Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. To Radhe Radhe Bol Man. The saint is exhorting us to keep chanting Radhe Radhe in our mind. Not only with the mouth. Not to chant. The bhajan we just sang is telling us the last line to chant Radhe, Radhe Shyam, Radha Krishna, Govind Radhe. But visualize Radha Krishna also. God knows the mind. This is why the mind is being used here. Radhe Radhe Bol Man. It's not only saying Radhe Radhe Bolo. Bol Man. Keep in the mind. Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu has not given those who follow him and the world as a whole, his Jagat Guru, to do chanting on beat, jap. As I mentioned, we're doing that and all we're concentrating, how many times we have to do it. We're not concentrating on God, not thinking about God. It becomes physical drill. So he said, Shwas. With every breath, take the name of Radhe. When you breathe in, Ra. You breathe out, De. You don't have to say the word. Mani, in the mind. Just think. Ra. Nobody has to hear. Especially, you have nothing to do. You're going for a walk. You're traveling in the bus, in the train, in the plane, anywhere. And sometimes that you have nothing to do. Just jump in your mind. Don't count. Number is not important. If we take God's name once in the right way, we can attain everything. Once. Ek ghari, adho puni mein adh. The saints are telling us that if you take God's name once, you can attain everything. And we are taking million times, nothing is happening. Uncountable lifetimes. Have you never taken God's name? Uncountable. It means there's a right way and there's a wrong way. Right way, think about God. Think whose name I am taking. Even in the world, you're calling someone. Can you call this lady? I forgot. Oh, Shashank's wife. Oh, Anika. Before I took her name, I was thinking about her. In the same way, I'm going to chant Maha Mantra, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. I'm going to do that. Some people do Om Namah Shivaya. Different things. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Some just Ram. Shankar Bhagwan, he's Bhagwan, is sitting on Mount Kailash. Which mantra he says? All he does, Ram. There's no mantra which is more powerful than God's name. No mantra. Because God is sitting in the name. So first think. Before saying Ram, put Ram to stand. Before saying Krishna, put Shri Krishna. Just Shri Krishna alone or Ram. They're one and the same. Before saying Radhe, put Radha Rani in front of you. Think about Radha Rani. Then we'll get more benefit. Practice like that. Practice to make a relationship. If I don't think about someone, then how can I make a relationship? We have to love God. Bhakti means love. And how can we love? When we make a relation. Already we know how to love. We know how to love mommy, father, mother, brother, sister, wife, husband. We know how to, friend. Nobody else teaches us how to love. We already know that. All we have to do now is take that love that we know in the world and transfer it to Bhagwan, to Radha Krishna. That is bhakti. That's why it's so easy, because we already know how to do it. When we realize I am the soul, Atma, I am not the body, then all my relation will be only with Radha Krishna. Then it becomes easy. That's why that knowledge is so important. The more firm that knowledge gets in the mind, it's going to happen. The reason why we fall in love with anybody, person or object in the world, because we think again and again. Dhyayato vishayan punsa sangasteshu pajayate. Chapter 2 verse 62 Gita. Because we think that this person is going to make me happy. This object, this thing. We think again and again about this person. We think again and again about this thing. And we get addicted. In the case of alcohol or cigarette or some drug or marijuana, weed. And in the case of the world, boy, girl, the same thing. The method is the same. And the same thing with Bhagavan. Vishayandhataschittam vishayeshu visajyate mamanusmanataschtittam mayeva praviliyate. 11 Canto, 14th chapter, 27 verse, Bhagavad Mahapuran. Shri Krishna says to Uddhav, just as a person thinks again and again that he can get happiness in any personal object in the world, and he gets attached to that personal object and he attains that. Whatever you get attached to, that's what you're going to attain when you die. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tame veti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. Chapter 8 verse 6 Gita. Shri Krishna makes it very clear. When the life leaves the body, whatever you remember at that time, remember yam yam vapi smaran. What you remember that time. That's what you're going to attain, where you're going to go after you leave the body. Very clear. So just as we think again and again that some personal object can give us happiness in the world, we get attached and we attain that. In the same way, Shri Krishna says, Uddhav, if someone can attain that knowledge through Guru, that the happiness he's looking for, he'll find only in Shri Krishna. Only in Radha Krishna. Don't want you to think again and again about Radha. This is sadhana. He'll think again and again about Radha Krishna, and eventually he will attain Radha Krishna. The method is the same, the way of practice is the same, and the result is the same. We attain that. What is the result? We attain that for which the mind is attached. Attached to the world, we'll come back in the world, rotate in 8.4 million forms of life, as we've been doing from big and endless time. If we listen, we take shelter from a true saint, the true Guru, and follow his instruction, eventually we keep thinking only about Radha Krishna again and again, we fall in love with Radha Krishna, we'll attain Radha, we'll go to Golok. So, Radhe Radhe bol man, Govind Radhe, tan ka bharosa nahi, Chana mein chhina de. Because this human body we can lose in even in a moment. Don't have faith in this body that is going to live so long. Nobody knows. Next moment we don't know. In a moment we can lose it. This very valuable human birth. Every moment practice. Don't waste time. Valuable time. Every little moment you have is free. Chant Radhe Radhe, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Govind. Chant the name of the Lord. But, of course, main thing is Rup Dhyan. Now while chanting, visualize. Think about whose name I'm taking. Increase your love. There's more, but of course, we have to go to Shraddha and Guru Sharan. We'll continue that in the next session. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai